Hey guys, welcome back. So today's look is going to be this smoky eye. So I'm going to start off with my lids already primed with MAC Prolonged Wear Concealer and just going to set that with a cream eyeshadow. And then the star of the show today is the Makeup Addiction Cosmetics Flaming Love palette. So I'm going to be using these three matte shades here. But first, I just need a warm transition shade. So I'm going in with the Morphebrushes 35O palette and this Crown blending brush. It's just a warm kind of orange tone shade. I just need it for my crease. So you don't have to use a 35O palette. You can use any warm transition shade that you have. And I'm just going to be blending that in from the outer corner to inner corner. And then I'm taking that matte warm brown shade from the Flaming Love palette with a dense Smith Cosmetics eyeshadow brush. And I'm just going to be first applying this into the outer corner of my eye and slowly bringing it forward to the inner part of my eye as well. And then just going back in with that crown brush and blending that out. I really want this to be intense, so I'm going back in again and then just taking this Makeup Addiction Cosmetics brush and then just continuing to blend that as well with no extra product. And then taking this matte, it's almost like a cranberry shade. It's similar to the shade we just used, except it's a little more red tone. And I'm just taking a smaller MITH Cosmetics brush and just going to be applying that pretty much in the same areas, just bringing it more towards the inner corner of my eye as well, and then just blending that out. I go back and forth with my denser brushes and then my blending brushes just to apply as much pigment as possible and then blend all of that out into the transition shade. I really want it to be nice and intense. And then taking that matte brown shade from the Flaming Love palette, I'm just going to take this Mikasa brush and just put that into the outer corner. I add it just very slowly and then blend it out and then add a little bit more and blend it out again just to give the eye some definition. And then I'm just going to clean up any fallout. This is why I do my eyeshadow first, because it's easy to clean up fallout. So I'm just going to be applying some glitter now. This is optional, but I'm using this amazing Cocoa Glitz glitter by Mahya Mineral Makeup and applying it with a Smith Cosmetics lip brush. The adhesive I'm using is Violet Voss Secret Weapon. It's amazing, and this glitter is so gorgeous. I love it. So after I apply that, I clean up one more time and then apply my NYX Angel Veil as a primer. It's good for controlling oil and just smoothing out any large pores. And then going in with this Expert Stippling brush and my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation. I'm in the color 125. I'm just going to be pressing this into my skin, stippling it. I really love this brush. It gives super full coverage, as you can see. I just need a little bit of product and it just pushes it right into the skin and it looks flawless. So I really recommend this brush if you're looking for a good foundation brush and you need full coverage like me. So just pressing that into the skin and just putting a little more product where I need it, where I have some breakouts and acne scars. And then I'm going in with the Cream Contour Kit by Anastasia with this Morphe dual-ended brush, and I'm just going to be applying this warm shade first, just kind of as a transition shade. It's kind of like a bronzer shade. I learned this technique from watching Patrick Starr. And then taking those two darker shades, I mix them together, and I'm just going to be applying that where I need to contour, just under my cheekbone and then just a little bit on the sides of my temple. I'm not going to be dragging it too far in my forehead because I don't want to look too orange, you know what I mean? But I'm also going to add some to my nose, just a little bit. I don't really nose contour that often, but this is like a full glam look, so I thought, why the heck not? And then I'm just taking this Sephora Collection Smoothing and Brightening Concealer. It's really good for under the eyes. The only thing, you must set this or else it will crease. So that's just something to keep in mind. But I'm just going to be applying this in all the areas I need to highlight. And then I'm just going to take a flat foundation brush and press this into the skin. The reason I'm using a flat foundation brush rather than like a Real Technique sponge or a beauty blender is because this concealer in particular isn't as full coverage, So I'm using this foundation brush to really get the maximum amount of coverage that I can, whereas if I were to use a sponge, a lot of the product would be soaked up and I wouldn't get as much coverage. So that's why I'm using this flat foundation brush. But typically when I use my usual go-to under eye concealer, which is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, I always use a sponge just because it's super full coverage. And then to blend out that cream contour, I'm using this Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. It's my favorite brush to use to blend out cream contour. It's really, really smooth. It's also good for foundation. You can use it for a lot of things, but for blending out cream contour, you can see it's small enough to fit into the contours of your face, and then also it just really blends out product nicely. So super love this brush, and it's really, really affordable. I'll link it down below, of course, with all the other products I used today. But I'm literally just using it to blend out any cream contour. For my nose, I go back in with a little bit of the highlighter just one more time on the bridge of the nose, just to accentuate that. And then I'm going to set all of the highlighting areas with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. This was a little sample I got through Schwa, which is a sample monthly subscription box. I'll leave that link down below. And then I'm just going to pop some blush on the apples of my cheeks. This is MAC Copper Tone Blush. It's my favorite. And then I'm going to use Gilded Honey by Laura Geller as my highlight. This is a beautiful highlight. If you guys haven't tried it, go check it out. I'm just going to highlight my cheekbones, bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, all that good stuff. And then I'm taking that shimmering shade from the same Flaming Love palette and popping it in my inner corners. Then I just take those same matte brown and matte reddish color from the palette and apply that to my under eye, and then take that dark brown shade and apply it just to the outer corner on my under eye. And then I'm going in with some NYX liquid liner. I'm just going to give myself a nice wing. I always start by flicking out my wing first and then connecting it back in. I'm terrible at doing eyeliner on camera, so if it cuts out, I'm sorry, but this is basically what I do, and I go over it with some gel liner because of the glitter. Sometimes I feel you have to use two different liners to get a really nice black liner without it being all glittery. So I'm just applying some lashes. This is the Vegas Nail Lashes Grand Glamour. I love them. And then I'm just going to prep my lips by lining them with NYX Slim Lip Pencil in brown. And I am going to be using a brown lip today. You could use whatever lip color you want. I just think this is really pretty and sultry for like a holiday party. I think it's a gorgeous lip color. It's the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in Limbo, which is my favorite. I love brown lips. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any requests, just leave them down below. Let me know what you think about this video. It's a little bit longer than my usual, but I feel like it's more detailed. So anyways, let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!